There is a quiet arrogance to being alive now. We wake up under a sky that behaves. We breathe air that forgives us. We walk on a planet that has already done its worst. But if you were placed almost anywhere in Earth's past, you would not last long. Not because you are weak, but because this world was not built for you yet. And it would not hesitate. You arrive on a shoreline that has never known footprints. The rocks are black and volcanic, still warm from a planet that has not finished forming its bones. The sea is dark. The sky is the color of rusted metal. It feels wrong, not apocalyptic, just unfinished. You inhale. Your lungs expand the way they always have. Loyal, obedient. They wait for oxygen. None comes. The air is thick with carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Not poison, just useless. Your body tries again and again. Your heart quickens, then races. Not from fear, from confusion. It is searching for something that does not exist. The sun presses down on you without mercy. There is no ozone layer yet to soften its violence. Ultraviolet light strikes your skin unfiltered, ancient, absolute. Your throat tightens, your vision narrows. The edges of the world begin to dissolve. The last thing you feel is heat. The last thing you experience is not pain, but absence. The quiet shutdown of a brain that has run out of fuel. You fall into microbial slime. Life exists here. It just isn't yours. Time moves forward. You arrive again. This time, the air welcomes you. Oxygen fills your lungs, and for a brief, foolish moment, you believe you have been spared. The sea is clear. The coastline empty. The land still barren. You are thirsty. So you step into the water. The ocean of the Cambrian does not yet know balance. It knows experimentation. It knows competition. It knows the first crude attempts at violence. Something moves beneath you. It is called Anomalocaris. It does not look like anything you recognize. It is an idea half-formed. A body built for grasping and tearing before the rules were refined. Two spined limbs seize your leg. There is no hesitation in it. No doubt. Its circular mouth presses against you and begins to grind. Not bite. Grind. The water clouds around you. The ocean is warm and indifferent. You struggle. But this is a world where struggling is common and survival is rare. You drown not in drama, but in inevitability. Predation has arrived in Earth's story, and you were simply placed too early. Forests rise now. Strange forests. Tall, scale-barked trunks and giant ferns breathing humidity into the air. Insects hum. Rivers wind through swamps that seem eternal. You kneel at the edge of brown water. You believe water is safety. Beneath the surface, something older than trees waits without movement. Dunkleosteus, armor-plated, massive, built less like a fish and more like a verdict. It does not rush wildly, it explodes upward. Its jaws close around your torso with a force your ribs were never designed to endure. Bone yields, flesh parts. Its bite is not sharp, it is mechanical. Bladed bone shears through you with the certainty of geology. The river stills again, as quickly as it shattered. In this era, water does not promise life. It conceals decision. The air becomes rich, too rich. Oxygen swells to levels your blood has never known. Breathing feels intoxicating, powerful. For a moment, you feel almost enhanced, but the world does not give without taking. Insects grow large, then larger. Dragonflies cast shadows. Millipedes stretch longer than your body. The arithmetic of biology changes when oxygen is abundant. A scorpion approaches, vast, gleaming, deliberate. It strikes. The stinger pierces your leg and releases something ancient into your bloodstream. The venom does not scream. It spreads. Signals between brain and muscle begin to fail. Your body, once seamless, becomes divided. Breathing becomes effort. Then choice. Then struggle. Then impossible. You do not die violently here. You fade while fully aware. The air that empowered you enabled the creature that ended you. Balance, once again, corrects itself. The forests recede. The earth dries. Oxygen thins to 16%, and each breath feels borrowed. The land stretches red and exhausted beneath a relentless sun. Water is rare. Shade is rumor. When night falls, the desert cools. But it does not quiet. They move beyond your firelight. Gorgonopsid. Not yet mammal, not quite reptile. Evolution testing its courage. They circle without panic. One lunges. Saber teeth, curved and efficient, enter your shoulder and neck not to maim, but to end. Shock comes swiftly. Blood leaves you faster than thought. As you collapse, the pack feeds with the calm of animals fulfilling mathematics. In a few million years, they will vanish. But extinction does not retroactively soften their teeth. The planet stabilizes. Sort of. Reptiles diversify. Early dinosaurs test their proportions. But it is not the dinosaurs that find you first. It is Postosuchus, a crocodile that chose land. You mistake it for stillness. Stillness is its strategy. When it moves, it does so with conviction. It hits you with weight and clamps onto your leg with a bite that does not negotiate. Bone cracks. Then the roll begins. The earth spins. Your joints do not agree with the motion. Shock mercifully overtakes pain before comprehension can fully assemble what is happening. You are not prey because you are small. You are prey because you exist. Rain returns. Forests thicken. The world feels alive in a way that almost resembles safety. Sauropods move like walking hills through the trees, indifferent to your presence. Their size alone is enough to end you by accident. But you are not ended by accident. You smell decay before you see it. A carcass in a clearing. And then, motion. Allosaurus, not one, several. Forward-facing eyes, muscles built for pursuit, intelligence sharpened by hunger. They see you. You understand something then. Not fear, but scale. You are not in the wrong place. You are in the wrong time. One steps forward, then runs. You run because instinct demands dignity. But this is an era that perfected the chase, and history does not bend for misplaced humans. We imagine the past is simpler. It was not. It was harsher, less forgiving, and entirely uninterested in our survival. The miracle is not that you would die there. The miracle is that you are alive now. And we have not even reached the worst of it. Part 2 is where the sky itself falls. You run. You make it perhaps 50 feet. That is generous. The lead predator closes the distance without urgency, because it does not need urgency. An Allosaurus does not sprint the way prey sprints. It advances the way gravity falls. It strikes you from behind with its skull. You do not see it. You feel impact, heavy, blunt, catastrophic. You hit the ground. Air leaves your lungs. A foot presses into your back, pinning you to the soil of a world that has no place for you. Then the jaws descend. Teeth enter your shoulder and neck with mechanical certainty. Bone cracks. Your collarbone fractures like dry wood. Arteries rupture. Blood spills into dirt that has seen this before. The other two move in. You are still alive. Technically. Shock arrives mercifully, cutting the connection between pain and comprehension before your mind can catalog what is being removed from you. The Jurassic was beautiful. It was also precise, and you did not rank highly in its arithmetic. 80 million years pass. Evolution does not rest. It improves. The Cretaceous looks almost familiar. Flowers exist now. Forests resemble something you might recognize if you squint. The air is rich, oxygen near 30%, and your body feels strong in it. The climate is warm, but stable. For the first time, survival seems statistically possible. That illusion lasts a few hours. There are dinosaurs everywhere. Herds move like rivers of muscle and horn. Armored giants pass like walking fortresses. The world is loud. Calls, roars, the constant conversation of a planet at full capacity. Then the sound changes. Birds go silent. Small animals freeze. Silence, in prehistory, is not peace. It is a signal. From the undergrowth emerge 6 figures, coordinated, deliberate. They are Velociraptor. Not the exaggerated monsters of cinema, but something worse. Efficient, intelligent, collaborative. They spread into a half circle. Each is roughly your size. Each carries a curved claw on its hind foot. A blade designed not for slashing wildly, but for opening arteries. One makes a clicking sound. The others respond. They are not merely reacting. They are planning. You lift a stick because that is what humans do when stripped of advantage. We reach for symbols of control. One darts in, tests you, you swing. Miss? They learn. The next approach comes from two angles. You turn toward one. The other leaps onto your back. The claw enters your side with surgical intent. The pain is sharp, bright, clarifying. Another tears open your calf. Another opens your arm. They do not rush the kill. They reduce you, bleed you, slow you. When you fall to one knee, one moves for your throat. The claw finds the carotid artery. Blood pressure drops so quickly, your vision collapses inward before your mind can frame the word death. You were not hunted by instinct alone. You were hunted by coordination. Somewhere deeper in the forest, a Tyrannosaurus rex smells blood and considers whether there is something worth stealing. In the Cretaceous, predation had become strategy, and you were an exercise. Eventually, an asteroid ends the reign of dinosaurs. But extinction does not mean safety. When you arrive in the Paleogene, the world is lush beyond reason. Jungle presses in from every side. Heat and humidity wrap around you like wet fabric. You arrive in cold, 50,000 years ago, the Quaternary. The air is familiar, the land is almost recognizable. You can see your breath. Grass stretches across frozen plains. On the horizon stands a wall of ice that covers half a continent. You are closer to home than you have ever been. That does not mean you are safe. It is 20 degrees Fahrenheit. You do not have proper clothing. Hypothermia is quiet, but efficient. Your body pulls blood from your fingers and toes to protect the core. You shiver violently. Speech becomes difficult. Coordination begins to fail. You build a fire. You have learned at least that much, but fire is a beacon in an empty world. They see it. Crocuta spelaea, cave hyenas, larger than their modern relatives, stronger, organized. You hear them before you see them, that laughing call in the dark. They form a circle just beyond the warmth of the flames. You shout, throw sticks, make yourself large. It works for a time, but you are tired, cold, alone. One rushes in, grabs your ankle, pulls you beyond the protective light. The rest follow. They go for your legs first. Efficiency is not cruelty. It is survival refined. One clamps onto your throat. Blood fills your airway. The cold accelerates shock. You lose consciousness before feeding begins. In spring, your bones will scatter across the steppe. Early humans might find a fragment, or they might not. Death was common here, and you were alone. Across 4 billion years, there is perhaps a narrow window, 10,000 years give or take, in which a human can exist without immediate incompatibility. You are living in it. Every era before now contained at least one condition utterly hostile to you. Air you could not breathe. Water that concealed machinery with teeth. Insects scaled beyond reason. Heat that cooked you. Cold that preserved you. The dinosaurs ruled for 150 million years. They constructed ecosystems where everything was enormous, venomous, coordinated, or all three. After them, smaller predators replaced size with microbes and speed. Nature did not design this planet for comfort. It designed it for persistence. The fact that you can walk outside today and simply exist without suffocating, freezing, or being immediately hunted is not guaranteed by kindness. It is a statistical accident, a narrow band of stability in a violent timeline. Time travel, if it were possible, would not be adventure. It would be correction. And the present, boring, ordinary, safe, is the rarest era Earth has ever produced. You are in the only moment that wants you alive. Act accordingly.